So I think I've been getting cold and illnesses in sync with like geomagnetic storms. I have to observe the pattern a little bit longer. It makes me feel vaguely Mexican, but yeah, I think head colds and stuff like that is definitely when the electromagnetic bubble of the earth pops fractally. I think our bubbles pop, and I've experienced this like yeah, doing energy work or whatever. When one of your electromagnetic auras pops, you get like cold and flu symptoms, and the snot and stuff like that is literally that's the field trying to clog itself so you stop bleeding out energetically. Like that's what the congestion and the clogging is that's higher, like the mind spirit, that's spiritual clogging. That's the surface of spiritual clogging, is when your nose or when your sinuses are clogged. That's your aura ripped, and it has to be filled. And so that filling on the mental level has to have a subjective experience. It needs to be correlated with the head, right, with the mind, with the level that's creating the field. So you get head clogging. So you can do that with your cell phone. If they point enough 5G towers at you, you can induce colds and stuff like that. And then each layer, each organ of the body is like enveloped in a field, or has a field coherent component to it. And so if you pop the field, if you pop your bone field, like that's when like cancer spills out. Like if you pop or interrupt these fields, like the cellular field, all the cells have a resting membrane potential, the organs have a particular field, and so all the different systems have a coherent field, the same way that any object or anything acting as a whole has a consistent, coherent electromagnetic field or some sort of resonance going on that causes it to behave as a single object. Like a cell is contained, and that's a single object. If you pop that containment, the object falls apart. So if you pop the containment, or if you pop the resonance at any particular place, then the whole thing falls apart. And that's where pretty much all diseases come from. So when the electromagnetic field, since it's weakening, since our civilization is getting old and nearing death, right? Like we're all about to die. Like this world's about to die, the same way that you're preparing for death in old age. Like we're all preparing for death, but most people ignore it. Like, what are you going to do, right? You try and figure things out, right? So we're in this time period where everyone's trying to figure out what they're going to do before they die. And so when you first see it, you like try and prevent it. You're like, oh, I'm going to fight the evil. I'm going to prevent the death. And then you see that it's causing more death, more problems, more whatever. So then you switch modes and start to prepare for death. Right? So the Mexicans have the Day of the Dead. Is that even coming up right now? Is this entirely sync? I don't know when the Day of the Dead is. I haven't heard anything about it. If it's coming up, that would be pretty cool. I didn't even know. I looked Mexican before I got in the car. But that stuff can pop, right? So everyone's going to be getting colds and disease. Like, spikes can pop bubbles. If you had a spike, you could pop a tire. You could make a protein that could pop bubbles. You could call it a spike. And then when those bubbles pop, you get the manifestations of any diseases when self-identity breaks down, right? What is cancer? Cancer is where self-identity has broken down. So when you spike and you pop all these individual identities, self-identity breaks down, so you just get all sorts of diseases like that. Really not good. Not bad, right? It's just time, right? It's just time. It's just time. Time pops all bubbles. The dead, it's a skeleton with the bubble popped, right? The dead is the bubble's popped, and so then they're actually in a larger bubble, right? Your bubble keeps you from dialoguing with the larger bubble that you're inside of. But if you're dead, then you have that direct transmission.